Europe is modernizing its air forces, seeking advanced, capable fighter jets for the 21st century. This is a multi-billion-dollar market and a race for technological supremacy. For decades, European nations relied on American jets like the F-16 or F-35 or developed their own, such as the Eurofighter Typhoon and Dassault Rafale. The skies over Europe have long been dominated by Western technology and alliances. But now, China is stepping onto the global stage, showcasing its military hardware at major international air shows. China's new fighter jets are not just copies, they're advanced, packed with cutting-edge technology, and offered at competitive prices. This raises a provocative question. Could a European nation ever buy Chinese fighter jets? The idea seems far-fetched, given Europe's deep political and military ties to the United States and NATO. NATO's rules and standards are the backbone of European defense, yet economic pressures and China's undeniable technological progress are shifting the landscape. So what exactly is China offering? We'll examine its most advanced jets, the J-20, J-35A and J-10CE. What makes them modern and competitive? And why are European buyers so skeptical? We'll explore the issues of NATO compatibility, trust, and political alliances. Finally, we'll weigh the evidence. Can China's aerospace industry overcome these massive hurdles? Or will Europe's skies remain closed to Chinese jets? This is a story of technology, politics, and the future of global power. The stakes are high, and the outcome could reshape the balance of power in the skies. Let's dive in and see if the Dragon's wings can ever soar over Europe. The answer may surprise you. The race for Europe's skies is on. But is China truly a contender? China's aerospace industry has rapidly evolved, moving from reverse engineering to designing its own advanced jets. Today, its top fighters are operational and ready for export. The lineup: the Chengdu J-20 Mighty Dragon, a fifth-generation stealth fighter; the Shenyang J35A, a carrier-capable stealth jet; and the Chengdu J-10CE Vigorous Dragon, a modern, export-focused workhorse. These jets feature stealth technology, AESA radars, digital cockpits, and advanced composite materials. They're designed to carry next-generation Chinese missiles and smart bombs. On paper, China is closing the gap with the West. The J-10CE in particular is marketed as a cost-effective alternative for nations with tight budgets. China offers a complete package: aircraft, weapons, training, and maintenance. This one-stop-shop approach is attractive to countries outside the Western alliance. But is modern tech and a lower price enough to tempt a European buyer? The answer depends on more than just hardware. China's jets are impressive, but the real test is whether they can break into the world's most exclusive market. Europe's decision will hinge on more than just specs and price tags. The competition is fierce, and the stakes are global. Let's take a closer look at what makes these jets stand out, and what holds them back. The battle for Europe's skies is just beginning. The Chengdu J-20 Mighty Dragon is China's flagship stealth fighter, designed for air superiority and built to evade enemy radar. Its sleek, angular design and internal weapons bays minimize its radar signature. The J-20 boasts a powerful AESA radar and advanced electro-optical targeting, giving pilots superior situational awareness. Super cruise capability allows it to fly supersonic without afterburners, saving fuel and extending range. Inside, a glass cockpit and helmet-mounted display streamline the pilot's workload. These features rival those of the world's best, like the F-35, but the J-20 isn't for sale. China keeps it as a strategic asset for its own air force. Still, its existence matters. The J-20 demonstrates China's ability to develop true fifth-generation fighters. Its technology influences other export-ready jets, like the J-35A. The Mighty Dragon is a symbol of China's aerospace ambitions. Even if Europe can't buy it, the J-20 sets the standard for what China can achieve. Its shadow looms over every Chinese export pitch. The message is clear: China is no longer just catching up, it's innovating. The J-20 is proof that China is a serious player in the global fighter jet arena. But will its technology ever make it to European runways? The Shenyang J35. A Gerfalcon is China's answer to the F-35, a twin-engine, stealthy, multi-role fighter. Originally designed for aircraft carriers, the J-35A now has a land-based export version. Its stealthy shape, AESA radar, and 360-degree camera system rival Western designs. The J-35A's twin engines offer redundancy and power, a selling point for countries with vast or remote territories. China positions the J-35A as a credible, lower-cost alternative to the F-35 with fewer political strings attached. It's versatile, capable of air-to-air combat, ground attack, and surveillance. The J-35A is China's most serious attempt to break into the global market for fifth-generation fighters. Its success would signal a major shift in the global arms market. For now, it's the jet China could realistically offer to Europe, if Europe were willing to listen. The J-35A is a bold challenge to Western dominance. But can it overcome the barriers of trust and compatibility? The answer will define China's future as a global arms supplier. The Chengdu J-10CE Vigorous Dragon is China's export star, a modern, affordable, multi-role fighter. It's not stealthy, but it's packed with advanced systems, AESA radar, digital cockpit, and precision-guided weapons. The J-10CE is cost-effective, making it attractive for countries needing to modernize on a budget. China offers a full package: jets, weapons, training, and support. Pakistan's purchase of the J-10CE marked a milestone, proving its credibility on the global stage. The J-10CE's success shows China can compete in the export market. It's a pragmatic choice for nations outside the Western alliance. But for Europe, the question isn't just about price or performance. The real challenge is political and strategic alignment. The biggest obstacle for Chinese jets in Europe is NATO interoperability. NATO's integrated military structure requires seamless communication and data sharing between member nations' aircraft. Chinese jets use different systems, making them incompatible with NATO's networks. A Chinese jet in a NATO formation would be electronically isolated, unable to share data or identify friend from foe. Fixing this would require replacing all Chinese electronics with Western systems, an expensive, complex task. Any cost savings would vanish, and China is unlikely to allow sensitive Western tech in its airframes. The US would also resist sharing its advanced electronics with a Chinese platform. The Turkey-Russia S-400 incident showed how seriously NATO takes these issues. NATO would never allow a Chinese jet to operate alongside its most advanced fighters. The risk of compromising sensitive data is simply too great. For now, the NATO wall is impenetrable for Chinese jets. Interoperability isn't just a technical hurdle, it's a political red line. This alone keeps China's fighters out of Europe. Beyond technical barriers, trust is a major issue. European nations have decades-long relationships with Western defense suppliers, built on reliability and shared values. With China, doubts persist about performance, long-term support, and political risks. What if relations sour? Could China cut off spare parts or support? Modern jets are flying computers, raising fears of hidden backdoors or espionage. No European government wants to risk a scandal over compromised security. The trust deficit is huge. Technical skepticism and geopolitical rivalry combine to make Chinese jets a hard sell. Western jets offer more than technology. They guarantee membership in a trusted alliance. Buying Chinese would mean stepping into the unknown. For Europe, the price of that risk is simply too high. Trust, not just tech, keeps China out of Europe's skies. While Europe remains closed, China has found buyers elsewhere. Its focus is on Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, regions with limited budgets or strained Western ties. Pakistan's acquisition of the J-10CE was a landmark, boosting China's credibility. Other countries like Nigeria and Bangladesh have bought Chinese jets and drones. China's armed drones are especially popular in the Middle East. These sales build relationships and expand China's influence. But most customers are developing nations, not major military powers. China has yet to break into the top tier of global arms markets. Europe remains the ultimate prize, and the toughest challenge. For now, China's wings soar elsewhere. Can China's fighter jets win over Europe? For now, the answer is no. NATO requirements, deep US alliances, and a lack of trust create an insurmountable barrier. Choosing a Chinese jet would mean political and military isolation. China's jets are impressive, but fighter sales are about more than specs. They're about alliances and trust. The F-35 is more than a plane. It's the glue of Western air power. China will keep improving and selling its jets globally, but Europe remains a fortress for Western manufacturers. The contest for Europe's skies is between American and European projects, not China. For now, the Dragon's wings are grounded in Europe. The path to a European airbase is blocked by politics, alliances, and history. China's ambitions are clear, but the door to Europe remains firmly shut. The race continues, but the Dragon must look elsewhere to soar.